Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining me today. This is Marilyn Gale. Guys, I have an update. Remember the parents in India? One was 74, one was 80. Well, I found out that the actual age of the guy is 78. So both were in their 70s. And they used the IVF procedure and they had twin girls. Well, guys, both of those parents are in intensive care after delivering the twins. The couple from India, both in their 70s, has created an international stir back on September 5th when their baby girls, conceived through a donor egg, was delivered by cesarean-section, and they arrived full term and healthy. Well, guys, not surprisingly, is now that the baby's elderly mom and dad are not doing so well, and this is reported by the Times of London. And as the new parents, mom is 74, dad is 78, they remain in an Indian ICU. The doctor who handled the pregnancy is insisting he was tricked into believing that the mom was in her 60s. It was only by chance after she had conceived that her husband let out accidentally to one of the nurses her real age. The doctor says he was livid. Now the mom, which I shortened the name because the name is hard for me to pronounce, and I was calling her Maddie. No disrespect, I just didn't want to keep saying the wrong name. Maddie has been in intensive care since the delivery. There was a picture in the last article, if you guys clicked on that link, where she was sitting in bed and looked like family members was all around. So I was under the impression she's up and around. But evidently this is not true. Now the dad, which I had shortened the name Raj, on the other hand, he started out strong. He was crawling to the press just hours after he and his wife became first-time parents. He had said, "Due to the grace of God and doctors, I am the proud father of 2 baby girls," and he bragged about it. And he says, "We are the happiest couple on earth today." But a day later, he collapsed from a heart attack. He remains in the ICU at a nursing home in Guntur in the southern state of, let me try to pronounce this, Andhra Pradesh. And this is reported by the Times. His wife is there also. Doctors are not releasing any information on their illnesses except to say both are stable. Meanwhile, the twins, who have yet to be named, are putting on weight nicely. Born at just under 5 pounds, both weigh now about 5.5 pounds, according to the mother's niece, who told the Times that should the parent be unable to raise them, family members are ready to step in. Despite the recriminations of ethics who question India's unregulated use of the vitro-fertilization process, relatives still hail the twins' arrival as a medical miracle. The couple was desperate to become parents during their 57-year marriage, facing scorn to be infertile. They finally decided to adopt, but when they visited the facility where the doctor worked, their doctor, he had another idea. Instead of adoption, the doctor recommended IVF because my aunt's physical condition was so good, the niece said. Now, and that was the article. Wow. is the doctor backtracking because of the complications now? Because he said that he was tricked into thinking the lady was in the mother was in the 60s. So they were going to adopt children. And according to the article, the doctor came up with the idea of IVF. Could it be he wanted a name for himself? After the procedure would have been successful, he would have a name for himself. So therefore, couples that was over the age of childbearing, so to speak, would come to him. Now I'm saying this just as a speculation, just one of the things that could have happened. So I'm gonna throw an alleged in there just in case. But I always, when I first read that article, it just didn't set right with me. I was so concerned about those twins. Remember, I even said I thought that act was selfish to go through, that procedure. But it looks like the doctor convinced the couple to do the IVF after they said they were going to adopt. So, although I was still thinking at their age they wouldn't want, to be brand new parents, it appears like it wasn't their idea. So, it means that they were just ready to adopt and going through that major cesarean-section, guys, is a major surgery. It's nothing to play with. Even after you go cesarean instead of natural birth for younger women, you stay in the hospital longer because it is a major surgery. And the doctors keep you just to watch you in case there's any complications. So somebody in their 70s, would surely have to be watched. And it looks like shortly after the birth, no matter what the pictures may have shown, and that picture may have been shown before the surgery because she was sitting up in her bed and it looks like family members were around. So that picture could have been before the actual surgery, because the article is saying that shortly afterwards, complications came. And then the father, after being a proud father and talking to news people and giving interviews, then he collapses with a heart attack. So my concern was them not being around to raise those babies, and other issues, maybe emotional issues, come up later after if the twins were to lose their parents, remember them and see that they're not around anymore. That was where I was coming from. But the doctor did say that the condition is stable. So my prayers go out to the couple that they recover. No matter what my opinion is about this, I don't want anything to happen to these parents where they're just stripped out of these babies' life, because some people have lived to be 100 and more. So at least that child would have grown up and been nurtured. But as the niece says, there are family members who are willing to step in and raise these babies, which I thought would be the case, because some Indian people have clearly stated the nature of their relationship with their family is so close knit. In cases like this, they probably had everything planned out, but still, I just didn't feel good. Personally, in my opinion, I just had reservations, like, oh my gosh, an elderly couple raising twins. Not just one baby, but twins. So I just wanted to come in, guys, and give you an update of what was going on. They're both in intensive care, but the doctor says they're stable. So we shall see. So thank you for joining me, guys. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and click that notification bell to get further notifications. And everyone have a wonderful day. Thank you for joining in.